Hey, what's happening YouTube? Thanks for swinging by to check out another video. We're going to take a look at one today from out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and from Horny Brewing Company. This is their Horny Blonde. This one actually comes in at 5% ABV and 21 IBU. Let's go ahead and get it open and get it into a glass and take a look at it. So there we go. We get it into the glass and actually came out with a pretty big head, about 3 finger there for me, and lots of lively carbonation though. I think you can see a lot of that good bubble action taking place. Nice straw golden color to the beer. Very pretty looking pale lager. The head itself is a nice white head. Has some nice foaminess on it. We'll go ahead and see how long that actually lasts, but it does have some nice bubble action there as well. As far as the aroma, well, you definitely get that aroma of the malts coming out to kind of put it in that pale area, almost that same kind of I would say like a sour type note. Getting very malt driven, not getting too much of the hops out of the aroma. The aroma itself, it comes out at a pretty good rate. You don't have to really sniff too hard to get it out of the glass. Comes out very nicely and kind of what you would expect to have in a pale lager. As far as the taste, get hit with that bitterness to the front of the tongue. Texture isn't too bad. It is slightly watery. The bitterness, considering it's only 18 IBU, oh, I'm sorry, I think it's 21 IBU, is a little bit stronger than what I would expect on this one. You do get a nice sensation up front, to the front of the tongue, front of the mouth, a lot of good tingling action taking place. But on the back end, you do have a little bit of a, what I consider that metallic taste on the aftertaste. Not really too bad going down. Mouthfeel isn't too bad. You got a lot of good action taking place there. Sits as a nice light to medium body on the tongue. Very palatable. I can feel more and more of the action really starting to take place in the front of the mouth. Really does open up a lot of the flavors. But it's your typical, almost kind of pale lager. Not a bad one. I never know what to really expect from Horny Brewing. They're kind of that kind of almost value type beer. They don't charge too much for a lot of their beers, and you kind of just get what you get out of them. Overall, what I've had from that brewing company I would consider to be kind of average beers for the most part. Maybe $6.99, $7.99, something along those lines. So it's not an expensive beer at all. And you kind of say, well, you're not expecting a lot for a beer like that. And so it doesn't really fully disappoint for what you get, but it's not something you really go out and hunt down too much. I mean, it does have somewhat of a nice characteristic, like I said, to get the flavors going in the mouth, but not too much really after that. I think it's a pretty much average beer. So for me, as far as a rating on this one, I'm going to actually give this one I'm going to give it a 2.75, which is a C+. I think it's better than some of the other value beers that are out there, but it's not anything to really distinguish itself much higher than that, and not anything that you really want to kind of track down. But, you know, it is what it is, and this is the, again, Horny Blonde from Horny Brewing. If you've had this one before, let me know what you think. Put some comments in the comment section. Doesn't really move me too much, but it was a different beer to try, and now I've tried it, and we'll move on to the next one. So with that, I'm going to actually say cheers and appreciate you for swinging by and check out another video. And I look forward to seeing you on the next review. Cheers. And keep drinking good craft beer.